If you're a writer, I think it's great to take opportunities to get away from your desk and be inspired by the world around you. That's how I ended up one Saturday morning with my McDonald's breakfast on the fancy train to London. You see, at the moment I'm writing a steampunky game set on a museum housed in a giant space station. If only there was a real gigantic museum in my vicinity which has been an engine of empire which I could draw upon as inspiration. So I arrived at the British Museum before opening time to find lots of people waiting to get in. It was drizzling slightly, but I'm English, so queuing in the rain is actually deeply enriching for me. Despite having visited lots of times, I realised I've often avoided the big name objects in the museum because they're always swamped by people. I thought if I get in the moment the doors open, I might get an unobstructed view of the Rosetta Stone, but unfortunately everyone else had the same idea. I did get to mooch around the Parthenon marbles all by myself though. I hadn't realised before quite how extensive they are. I visited the museum's current blockbuster exhibition, Samurai, which I thought was fantastic and I could make a whole video about it, but unfortunately video photography wasn't allowed, so here's my slideshow, I guess. I paused for a while to eat an overpriced bagel from a tray with a Louis Wayne cat on it, and enjoy a tasty cake, and plan the rest of my day. Of special interest to me was the Enlightenment Gallery, which is about the origins of the museum and changing attitudes towards museums, at least as far as the British Museum is willing to go on that topic, which isn't very far. Visually and thematically, I found a lot to inspire me there. I got a bit obsessed with the gift shop. There's something so hypnotic about the fact that it's circular, so you can just keep walking round and around in it forever, which I think resonates with the setting of my game. Here we have the Sherlock Holmes shelf, I guess. Didn't realise it was going to be one of them at the British Museum. Just pay me to write a Sherlock Holmes escape book. I'd be great at it. Oh my goodness. Lewis. Oh. Why are they men's? No. 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 Where are the ladies' socks? They're going to be too big for me. Aww. By the mid-afternoon, it was getting way too crowded for me. I really wish I hadn't gone on a Saturday, but there you go. So I decided to call it a day. So I think I have a few takeaways from my little trip to the British Museum. Firstly, I think the Museum of Everything's gift shop needs to feature in the story somehow. I was originally planning to make reference to the fact that there's a huge gift shop, but it's just too fun. I think I need to find a way to have some of the action actually take place in the gift shop and maybe incorporate it into the story more. The galleries about the history of the British Museum made me realise that I think it would be fun to come up, flesh out a little bit more the history of my fictional museum. Who founded this museum? At what point did it end up in space? So I retreated to Scoob Books, which is a brilliant little bookshop nearby.